So, Shiraz, are you legitimately just blurring your face on everything now?
Yeah.
You're becoming that guy? What is the reason for that? Well, let's get into the podcast, and then I'll ask you these questions because I'm 100% sure it's going to be weird. Great.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Dan.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Sarah. I'm Shane, you fucking idiot.
I said I'm Sarah. I said I'm Sarah.
Yeah, like an hour later.
No, I didn't.
This is a really professional operation.
Oh, it's not. It's not at all.
You
No.
guys know what you're doing.
Okay, hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Shane.
I'm Shane.
Still Sarah. The fuck?
Welcome to What the Hell is Your Problem, a podcast where we discuss the everyday regular things that we all love to hate with a passionate yet fair vigor. And we've been off for a couple weeks because we've been very busy living our lives. Sarah had several Starbucks orders to pick up. Shane went to Grand Prairie. Yeah. And I went into the woods hoping to never be seen again. And by the woods, I mean a music festival called Rifflandia. So today we have a guest. We have a guest who is not going to show his face because I don't know why, but we're going to find out. But
I don't want to be fucking seen with any of you. Shane looks like a ska musician. What the hell fuck happened to you? Last time I saw you, you were a normal guy, and now you play the saxophone?
Yeah, man. Okay, backstory. Shiraz and Shane have known each other for many years. I've known Shiraz for many years. Also, Shane, please do. For those of you just listening, Shane, beard is huge, sunglasses happening, vape in hand. He's got a gold chain now.
I've always had
For some reason, you look like if Blues Traveler and Post Malone were one guy.
I'm a Jehovah's Witness now, so that's why I'm look like this. But no,
I don't think
I went to Grand Prix and I had to fit in, so that's what I'm doing. Look at that.
Yeah, but you're not there anymore.
No, I just came back like a day ago. So,
hey, quick timeout. Somebody's got like a weird thing going on.
Yeah, who's that? That's not me.
It might be
Shane's
Shane, I think, again.
No, my fish tank is
fish
gone.
tank.
We all know that. Has that better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, had the volume up too high.
Okay, so yeah, Shane looks like he's still in Grand Prairie for some reason. Shiraz, what were you going to ask him?
Oh, I was going to ask, did you make that art behind you?
No, Alina and Paul found it for me at a thrift shop.
So
Gave
dope.
it to me for my birthday, and it's cursed because my cat keeps peeing in here.
Okay, Alina and Paul Ops, I have to explain all this. Paul Ops was a guest on this. It's fine. He's a guest on this show. Comedian Paul Oppers and his beautiful wife Alina. They also gave you the meat olive branch.
They
did.
They not? Yes.
Meat tree.
The meat tree.
Can we get a quick update on the meat tree?
Well, it's cut my skin open a couple times. It's still on my desk.
That's why they call it the meat tree.
It's so insane.
How many people watch this? Because I'm gonna do some. I'll do some explained video here in case people actually listen to this on headphones.
People do listen to this.
What Shane is holding up right now appears to be a tree made out of metal, and it's now sitting in front of him. He's looking through its branches. It's unclear. It's quivering slightly. I don't know if that's in anticipation or if that's just the nature of it, resting on the desk. And the art that I was referring to earlier is behind him. It's a bunch of people with their tits out of different colors and empty eyes.
Thank you. Picture of my friends.
One of them, I think is okay. First of all, the tree is an ongoing saga. Shiraz, you can chime in on this as well. Somebody brought him, Paul and Alina brought him this meat tree. They brought it to his house for a potluck, and you hang meats and cheeses off it. It's a charcuterie tree.
Charcuterie tree.
Yeah,
that's what it's called.
Tree. I don't think that's actually what it's for, but that's what they used it for. And then they left it at his house, and then he was freaking out about if he could get rid of it or not. And the answer to that is you can just throw that out if you don't want it. If someone left that at your house, right?
Why the fuck would you get rid of a tree that you can hang cheeses and meats
here's
off?
the other part of the story.
That's
is that My girlfriend already donated this from her previous house, and they found it without knowing and gave it back to us. And so I can't.
So they found it. Yeah, they found it in a thrift store.
Well, that's the universe talking right there. The universe sometimes makes itself very fucking clear, and it clearly wants you to have that tree in your home.
I can't get rid of it.
Do you? I think they knew it was theirs and saw it there and brought it back to them. I think. Like if I know Paul Ops.
You guys like talk about stuff like other stuff like that, like not just people we know on the cast. Should we do that? Should we move? Should we do? I don't want to step in like overstep here, but just in case. Well, just no. Listen. I'm sorry. Because my concern here is that I've come on. We all know each other for years, and now all of a sudden it's going to become this sort of like inside baseball Victoria comedy circle jerk, and I'm interested. I want to get some ideas. I want Sarah saying stuff like it's just been you, me, and Shane the whole time. Dan, I want Sarah getting in the mix.
Number one, we don't even know if it's really you because you have your camera off. So this could be AI, and you could be fucking with.
Why don't we start by Shiraz? You telling us who you are, what you do, what's your deal?
I've made a huge mistake. Yes. I will.
So please tell us.
I do. I'm largely a music video director right now, which is the main thing I'm doing. I'm sort of in this process of moving towards hopefully doing more like experiential and installation art because I think I don't know. I think videos are dumb. At this point, that's why my camera's not even on. I'm so opposed to video that I won't even have a camera on in a room I'm in anymore.
Yeah. So you said you're blurring your face for everything. Are you doing like a Slipknot sort of situation where you don't want?
Like I'm gonna hang myself?
No. Like the band.
Oh. Yeah, it's I'm blurring my face so people don't get too attached to it. So when I hang myself, it doesn't hurt as many people. Sort of...
Shiraz, my son was in one of your music videos.
Was he? What's his? I'm not gonna remember his name, but what does he look like?
Well, he's a small boy.
Describe him.
He was a small boy at the time. It was shot at the Machosen Schoolhouse. And I wish I could remember the band's name. They were bullies. He was a bully in the video.
Man-Made Lake.
Yes,
he was one of the bullies.
Yeah, he was one of the bullies in Man-Made Lake video.
Deep cut.
May
cool.
I ask, is it anything to do with a certain musician getting AI versions of himself in bad situations?
No, it you know what it is? It's like I enjoy making art and doing things that people see, but I really don't like having conversations with people that I don't know in public. Like I don't like having people come up and be like, "Oh, it's so cool the thing you did." And as I've been like growing the social media and stuff, and it's been working to my chagrin, like I have to do social media. I fucking hate it, but it's part of my job. Yeah. I just really don't want to be like on acid at a music festival hanging out with people I like to hang out with and then have someone come up and be like, "Oh, I'm a fan." Like I don't know, I hate that. Like I just don't it's very nice when people like the stuff you do, but the conversations that come from that are often quite mediocre.
Do you find this is also my problem for
that was mine
so
too.
This dovetails. Mine was from a conversation that happened at Rifflandia. And it's sort of the same. It's not so much mediocre conversation to me, and I like it when people say hi and stuff, which, by the way, only happens in Victoria. It's not like it's happening everywhere, but in Victoria it does happen. And most of the time people are just nice and it's fine. But sometimes the thing I don't like is when people are over familiar. When people are like, so... I had this situation happen at Rifflandia where I was walking with Alex Foreman, former guest of the show. She's a very good comedian here in Victoria, and she's very popular here. And we were walking together, and an older lady, approached us, and I was in the middle of telling her a whole thing that happened. I was in the middle of telling her story, and this lady walks up and goes, "Oh, sorry to interrupt," but then interrupts entirely, which is very annoying. And then proceeds to tell Alex that she saw her 2 nights ago and that she loved this new joke, but she was talking to her in a way where as if she was like on like part of the comedy community. It was she might be like a new student or something of hers or something, but like she just started talking to her like trying to like being like, I really love where you're going with this joke and this joke specifically, and just got really specific about it. And Alex was, of course, very friendly and very nice. And then that's where it should have ended. She would have been like, anyway, just wanted to say that. See you later. That would have been fine. But then she starts asking Alex all these personal questions. She's like, are you single? Are you really single? Because on stage you talk about being single, but are you really single? And Alex is like, not really. She doesn't really talk about her relationship publicly, and she kind of tried to deflect. And then the lady, she was like, oh yeah. And then she asked if me and her were a couple, and she was like, no. And then she looks at me and she goes, good, because men do this and men do that, and starts just rattling off of this terrible stuff about men while looking at me. And then
this sounds good.
She looked
at me. This is the kind of interaction I would like to have. This sounds good. Like like that. That sounds fun.
It was crazy. And then she looks
like they just don't know social cues.
She looked. Yeah, I guess. But I was also on day 4 of a festival producing 21 shows in 4 days. I'm like not in the best place. And then she looks at me like I'm supposed to say something, and then I was like, I don't know, fuck you too, I guess. She like just trashed men to me for like 5 minutes, and then she immediately flips and is like, how dare you say fuck you to a woman? And I'm like, yo, I don't know,
my god,
this is
Sarah, what do you think about all this?
It was nuts. It was a whole thing.
Sarah,
I don't know. I kind of think if you do something in the public eye, then that's what's gonna happen, unfortunately.
Right.
Like,
it's true, which is why
Sarah has no sympathy for your struggle, Dan.
No, I really don't.
What's your guys' relationship like? Like, do you think Sarah is like is she good to you, Dan?
Yeah, now. Yeah, we get along great now. When we were kids, she was the meanest person in the whole world.
We're the most annoying person in the world, so fair is fucking fair.
She was a nightmare, dude. She was
the only way he could get attention from you is by annoying you, Sarah.
Right. They also got me to smoke cigarettes when I was 9, and now I vape.
Fuck right off. No one did that.
When did you get him starting to smoke crack?
Yeah, when did that was also her fault.
So did you smoke crack, Dan?
I did, yeah.
How, like, frequently, or was that just sort of like for funsies?
It started out as a little.
I guess it's always for fun.
Yeah, it all starts for funsies. It started because I was trying to buy coke and I couldn't find any, and I accidentally bought crack. I've told that story on this podcast before, where the guy was like, "Do you want hard or soft?" And I thought he meant like, when you buy coke and sometimes it's in a hard rock and you crack it off and you like it, but then other times it's like soft. But I said hard because I like it when it's hard because I feel like it lasts longer. But he meant crack. And then by the time he gave me the crack, I was like holding it, and then he was like, "You've never smoked crack before, have you?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Do you want me to help you?" And I was like, "Yeah." He like had a crack pipe and he showed me how to smoke crack, and it was great.
I've heard it's incredible. The reviews have been mega positive from everyone I've talked to.
It's too good.
Oh man,
it's too good.
You get hooked on
it. It's really good. I've heard it's addictive. I've actually heard that.
Yeah. Like
I heard a podcast about that. Yeah, someone was saying. Yeah, I think it was I don't know. Hunter Biden was saying crack's addictive.
How great it is. I saw that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think Ben Shapiro was also saying that crack was addictive because Hunter Biden was addicted to it. So I smoked it, like it got more frequent towards the end, but luckily my window of crack use was pretty short.
That's good, because I do think it's quite a bit harder to get off crack than other drugs, it seems, just because it's like from what I can tell with crack, once you've really given over to the crack side, it's like you've kind of like gotten yourself into such a bath of shame that it's like you become so accustomed.
Crack.
I am smoking crack right now, so I can speak to this quite. Just give me a second. My ears are ringing. Are you guys talking? Is it you guys talking?
So I think you're right in that if you start smoking crack, it really opens up a lot of doors into I'll do other stuff as well. Like, because before you're smoking crack. Yeah, that, but also like criminal activity and all sorts of other stuff. Because I feel like once you're smoking crack, you're like, I'm smoking crack. Like I might as well live in a tent. You know what I mean? Like one thing leads
Yeah.
into the other thing. I
My
think.
friend who was like a proper crack addict, or I guess I don't know. He goes in and out now, but it's mostly in these days. He likes to smoke crack and then beat his soft dick off for like 10 hours.
Yeah,
and just like basic, because you can't really orgasm, I guess, on crack. It's like you can't actually
That's
finish.
how I feel on
So he would just
anxiety medication because I can't come. I'm not even smoking crack.
That's cool.
And I just
Shane just gets a prescription and beats his soft dick off for 10 hours a day.
Just gonna take my sertraline and goon out for the day.
Well, you know what's interesting is you said hard or soft, like drugs. I was in Grand Prairie and at a vape shop, a sketchy looking guy is like, "Are you looking for hard or soft drugs?" And I said no, obviously, but I didn't know what that meant. I had to ask someone. And I had no idea that meant like you want crack or heroin or coke. Is coke soft?
Yeah. See,
I didn't realize that.
I fell into the same issue. So I get it. But when you were, let me ask you, when you were in the vape shop in Grand Prairie, did people think that you worked there?
No, like it was a really sketchy vape shop, and the girl recommended me this vape that was birthday cake flavored, and I'm telling you right now,
They make those?
it was disgusting.
They have like Jaeger girls and stuff that pull up to a club. It's like Shane's like the Elf Bar guy. He like pulls up to like he's at the vape shop and like waving around Elf Bars or whatever the hell you've got, like that little constellation. I love that you guys both have the vapes because I was hitting them both at Rifflandia, where it's got all the health metrics on it, where it tells you like how hard are you hitting it hard enough? Yeah, look at it. So
you
crazy.
hit it. Shiraz hit mine so hard that I thought you were gonna pass out for a second.
Yeah, I was crying actually. I was coughing so hard, tears were bursting from my eyes.
Yeah, it was brutal. So, but so I don't really know if that is my problem. Like that's something that happened in the last little bit that annoyed me. I didn't like the over familiarity of the situation. I didn't really care for that.
Well, it's annoying that she trashed like dudes in front of you and then it expected you to be like, yeah, sorry on behalf of all men. Like I know that like, and instead you said fuck you. You probably should have just walked away, I guess.
Yeah, I just didn't really know what I was expecting to say there. I'll give you another problem that I have that I don't like, that I don't know if you guys experience, but do you guys ever get restless leg syndrome?
Yes.
Have you experienced this? I don't know what's happening, but like I've recently started getting this. And it sucks so much ass, and I don't know if it's because I wasn't running for 2 weeks, but like I think I need to like expel energy from my body. I think that maybe people are born with different levels of energy that they need to expel from them throughout the day, or else it's not good. Like, because if I don't like run or do something energetic in the day, I get anxious, and then later I have brutal restless limb. And if you've never had restless limb, it's like a surge of energy going through the center of your bones in your body, and it feels
it feels like your leg's hollow.
Yeah, it feels like there's lightning in there, and it just moves down your leg, and you can't stop it. The only thing that's worked for me is if I get up and I stretch, and then go back to bed. It also is worse if I have Dairy Queen before bed, which is all the time. So
yeah, the not sleeping.
You eat Dairy Queen before bed?
Yeah, well, it's a symptom of ADHD.
Yeah, Sarah, tell us more. What do you know about this leg syndrome?
It's a symptom of ADHD, and I take a magnesium pill every night before bed, and that helps a little bit.
Does that help?
Yeah, it does help.
Yeah,
and it helps you sleep too.
Magnesium makes me have nightmares.
I think if you boof it, that goes away.
If you boof it, it goes away. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't think the nightmares. You want it closer to the legs anyway, because if you take it through your mouth, it goes in your head and gives you nightmares. But if you put it up your ass, then it just goes straight to the legs and keeps them from being restless.
This
little known
sounds
suppository magnesium pills.
You call me Shiraz Huberman. I know stuff, boys, and Sarah.
It sounds like a Trump press conference.
Yeah, you're in the Rogan sphere.
Nope.
You
We
gotta
can't talk
deep
about it 'cause I'm
fry
just
your
gonna-
turkeys in beef. What? Why can't you talk about Trump?
I
why not?
get too angry. Like too, especially after yesterday. I'm too angry.
Ooh, I want to see that.
What
I
did
want to
you
see
say?
that.
I'm
I like
I'm-
that.
I can't even. I can't. It's
I'm a
wreck my
huge
night.
Charlie Kirk guy.
Did you see?
Kirkhead?
Did you see?
I'm a Kirkhead. Yeah, call me a Kirkhead. I love it.
Captain,
I mean,
he's the real Captain Kirk.
yeah, I haven't seen much of his work, but I've seen that one where he goes, and then like his neck starts
Okay,
bleeding,
all right,
and that
all
was
right,
sick.
okay. I'm trying to.
Okay, can we go back to
the
can we go back to Restless Legs for a sec? Because I think I'm in sync with you, Dan. Because so far, two of the things you talked about of what happened to me last week. So the first, Restless Legs has been in my life for a week. Not me personally, but a guy I was hanging out with said, "Hey, I got to leave the having a couple beers," and he's like, "No, I have to go help my aunt. She's having restless legs." I thought it was a complete bullshit thing. Like she's walking on the fucking ceiling is what I was thinking. Like she's just running around.
Why would you have to go help
with it?
Because he's his only family member, I guess. But
does he like rub her down?
No, but she might have other stuff going on where it's like the restless leg gets in her dome real bad, and then she gets all restless all over. Maybe he needs to go and just talk to her about it. It's just your legs.
I just picture her like walking around the house like constantly. But then my friend had it the other day when I was in Grand Prairie. She had it, and she's like couldn't sleep, couldn't lay down. It sounds horrible.
That's just because
it's closing in on you.
Well, she lives there.
Yeah, it's like, get me the fuck out of here. Your
Yeah,
legs are like
on the plane with me.
I mean, I just don't.
You were wearing a mask when you were hanging out with her, right?
No, they don't believe in masks there. You get bullied.
Dude, can we talk about how Trump was at addressed the UN today, and they gave him 15 minutes, and he ran the light and did 45, and also they turned the teleprompter off. Well, like his teleprompter didn't work, but there's no way that they didn't fuck with him and just turn his teleprompter off just to see what would happen. And he's yammering on, and they kept cutting to the audience, like the world leaders, and they were laughing at him, like literally laughing at him. And I'm like, this is crazy. There's no way they didn't purposely sabotage the teleprompter. And it made me want to I made a tweet about it being like, I want to steal my grandpa's meds at Thanksgiving so that we can relive it. It was such a crazy ramble, just being literally standing in front of the UN telling them all their countries are going to go to hell because they're not protecting their heritage. It's full on. It's like if Hitler was I don't know, if he had a brain injury.
You know what it's like? It's like if
if Hitler hadn't been a genius.
It's like if an open micer accidentally gets a middle spot because they applied and they don't know who they are.
Hey, do you remember? I mean, we're going back to inside baseball here, but I'll try and explain it so the average listener can understand. But do you guys remember her, Shane? Your noise.
I know. I don't think it's me because I.
It's not me.
I don't have any air around me.
I can edit it out after.
I have such a nice.
Take care of that.
How's that? Is that sounding better? I have such a nice microphone. It should not.
It's still there. It's not mine.
Let me see if it's me.
Everyone try muting one by one.
No, it's still there.
I can't even hear it.
Oh, it was. Wait, mute. Who muted?
I muted.
Someone. It went away. Try again.
I didn't mute.
I'm sorry. I'm in the weeds here. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Sarah.
That's Sarah. Yeah. Sarah said it's not me with some real confidence there.
Yeah.
I can see now, Dan. So not only were you the annoying little brother that got tormented, but you probably got gaslit a bunch too.
I did. Yeah. Thank you. I've just seen. Yeah. 100%.
Sarah, you're. I kind of thought you were the underdog here because these guys talk over you the whole time. But I actually am realizing now that you are evil.
Yes. Yeah. She's not even. She can't even hear you.
You're a bad person. Yeah. I thought I initially I was feeling sad for the way that you were being treated, but it turns out you're a bad person. So anyway, when we were back in back in the old comedies, there was a guy, Herb Collins, who would be so stoned and he'd show up on stage, and he would he'd come up for a 3-minute set.
Don't
He'd be on X. Just wait, because this is worth it. It's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is. This is it. Maybe it's not. I'll try anyway. He would go. He would get lighted at 3 minutes, and then people would go, Herb, your time's up at like 4 minutes, and then people would be like, Herb, it's over, flashing the light loud, audibly, like everyone, you could hear it. And he would do 7-8 minutes and have to be actually like walked off the stage. Like people would have to come up and like turn the mic off and like take him. Yeah.
Herb Collins he's a public figure, but like maybe like 3 months ago, I ordered a dog birthday cake, and guess who delivered it? Herb Collins.
Herb Collins.
No way.
He is making dog birthday cakes.
That's how you find him.
For a living now instead of selling weed. Thanks.
You ordered a dog birthday cake? I'm interested in both those things. A, that you ordered one, and B, that Herb delivered it. But talk to me about ordering a dog birthday cake. What possesses a man to do that?
Well, our dog is part of the family, and we decided to get a dog birthday cake, and it was delight. But
how much is a dog birthday cake?
I can't remember. It was like $30, something like that.
That's not bad. Delivered,
but he gets out of his Corolla, and I was like, oh my god. I like said to my girlfriend, I'm like, you don't want to be part of this conversation, because he ran the door light for sure. I was there for like 25 minutes.
Did you remember?
Oh yeah.
Herb's the shit.
He's the nicest guy of all time.
In case Herb, for some reason, Herb listens to this, I love that man. He used to run a weed shop in Cook Street Village, and this was right before weed was actually like legal. It was sort of like in that gray area. So he had this hilarious store with a curtain in the back, but this front was a plant store. But he had like one of everything. He had like one plant of one variety, and then he had like one hat of one color and one hat of another color, one box of Sleepy Time tea. The shelves all just were stocked with like one item of everything. And his clientele were all people who were coming to buy weed and old ladies who actually lived in the area, and they would come in and be like, oh, I would love to get this watering can, and then he'd be sold out of watering cans because they'd buy the only watering can.
And I remember talking to him,
dope.
like the cops shut him down, and he said like they came in and asked for like all these like permits and stuff, and he's like, I couldn't tell you where any of that paperwork was. I'm like, okay. But now he's in the dog birthday cake business. He's doing great. He's also one of those guys that say, I'm thinking about getting back into comedy constantly, but...
Oh, no, don't do that.
Good,
Pretty good that a guy named Herb owns a weed store also.
Yeah.
Dude, and his name is the company, the Herb Collins Crew, THC or something. Like it was all very well done.
Okay, I got another question. What is in a dog's birthday cake? Is it meat?
No,
based?
it's you can eat it as a human, but it just doesn't taste very good. It's like flour and stuff. I tried it, but it's like
no chocolate,
no chocolate,
sugar, really.
Do they ice it with mashed potatoes?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the
I heard that's what they did. I would never get my dog a birthday cake, but I'm glad that you did.
I think you're describing a shepherd's pie.
Oh, that would be delicious.
Oh, that's a good dog's birthday cake. A shepherd's pie. A dog would love shepherd's pie.
But
no garlic or onions.
It would be
a bland shepherd's pie.
It was a big hit at the dog birthday party I went to. So,
were there more dogs like
there was
there?
two other
did
dogs
they
that are
it?
friends, and we went there.
Wow, that's it? They only had two fucking.
Isn't Hazel a bit mean?
Dogs?
She's mean to people, not to dogs. But
okay, gotcha.
Hey Sarah, what the hell's your problem?
I'm sick of summer fucking weather. That's what's my problem.
Yeah, me too.
I'm ready for it to be fall. I want sweaters. I want warm shoes.
Real ray of sunshine.
I want hot drinks and popcorn and not feeling like I should be doing shit all the time.
Wait,
because
popcorn?
it's
I agree.
I'm eating popcorn right now. You don't have to
Yeah,
wait for
that's not
the
a summer.
winter to come. I literally,
fall.
I don't know if you can even hear it, but I've just been chowing mouthfuls of popcorn right
He's
here
in a
on this
movie theater.
Right now, I think popcorn is an acceptable, like, while you're watching TV at night thing. But I think when it's a fall rainy day, it can be a middle of the afternoon treat.
I would
That's
say
what I
soup.
think.
Unless there's a popcorn soup, that would be appropriate.
I can't eat a soup unless it's a cloudy day. You can't eat soup on a hot
And I
day.
love a
That's-
soup or a stew. And I'm ready.
What
I
kind
have
of what do you when you're going for a soup or a stew? What are you kind of gravitating towards?
Oh, I like a beef stew. I don't like anything with lentils or tomatoes in it.
I will tell you
Wow.
that I went for soup when I was in Vancouver last week at a place called Lunch Lady.
Oh, Lunch Lady absolutely slaps.
It's so good. They have
Yeah.
They have a $35 bowl of pho.
Oh my!
And I went for it. I got it. It's Wagyu beef with like a big femur full of marrow, and you scrape the marrow into your soup. Dude, it was the best soup I've.
Is it
ever had.
I thought you were
gigantic?
fucking vegetarian.
Why do you think that? I was a vegetarian 2 years
Because
ago.
half the time you
Oh, that's
are, and
why.
half the time you're not. No one knows.
That's
No,
Are you a
you can be a
vegetarian?
bad vegetarian. I'm like a restaurant. I'm a vegetarian, and then when I go to a restaurant, I'll just get whatever looks amazing. Especially if I'm trying a new place, I want to see what they're doing with the meat.
yeah. I'm
I
with you on
switch
that.
back and
I
forth.
also am with Sarah on. I'm with Sarah on the weather. I'm just like there comes a time. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing that's happening with the weather right now. There's a point in between fall and summer, or winter rather, where it's still hot, but you can't enjoy it because the sun becomes squinty. Have we talked about this on the podcast? I think we have, but like,
What? Oh my
I-
god!
there's a
You guys
thing
are
that-
really like you're really digging for stuff to not be happy about.
No, man.
The problem is the layering of clothes. Like,
I
in
know.
the
I'm
morning-
sorry. It's just like not. This is all new to me. I'm just trying to learn.
hate
Hey, I'm here.
trivial
I'm here. I'm
things,
trying to learn.
Yeah.
we only
That's
hit
the
trivial
sun
things.
that
The
comes
trouble
too
with this time of
squinty.
year is in
The
the
sun
morning
gets
it's like
squinty.
8
You
or
guys know
9
what I'm
degrees
talking-
and you dress warmly. But by lunch it's hot.
Yeah, totally. And then this, I'm not done with this. In the summer, the sky is a warm yellow and blue combination, but in fall, it's white. It becomes white, like bleached out, like because I think it's because the sun becomes lower. I'm pretty sure that's the scientific reason, but again, I never graduated.
I think it's probably because there's just more like more condensation in the air. Like it's like you're getting a little fine mist that's then picking up the sunlight.
Do you think that's what it is? I think it's because the sun gets
it is.
lower.
Sarah's done with this shit. She's like, I'm over it. She
Obviously.
doesn't care. She's
The
out.
sun's squinty eyes really made her.
I triggered her. She thought it was going to be Trump that got her rage quitting, but it was actually just
Yeah.
thinking about how squinty
Well, you
the
see
sun
how
is at this
squinty
time
the
of year.
sun is in certain other countries.
Okay, I like how you waited until. I like how you waited until she was gone to say something racist. That's good.
That was
I never
lazy
said
shit.
that
That
was
wasn't even like
racist.
that was lazy.
No.
No, but you know what you're doing. You're like planting little racist ideas
No,
in
you're
other people's
planting
heads.
them in
'cause
my
you're-
head. You're texting
you're a
me these
hack.
jokes, and you're making me say them.
Oh, that's
I
crazy.
did.
That is
I did have
literally what
that
you're
happen
doing.
to me.
That's crazy.
I had a radio show for a while.
I went on there a few
Uh,
times. Hammer.
Yeah, back in the UVic days, and I actually I don't even know if I can tell this story exactly because it was like my friend Carl, who was like a Jamaican dude from Toronto, texted me on air to shout out. He's like, shout out the King of Vic City, and then he spelt out PHAHKINGKNEEGROW, and I just read it out, and it's like I'll just say it because whatever, fuck it. I'm like brown enough. But I ended up saying, I'm like, shout out Vic City, fucking Negro. And I was like, oh, damn it, Carl, you got me.
You tricked you.
Oh my
That's
God.
Yeah, you got me big time. Yeah, it was crazy. I read that out live
Are
on
you
air.
sure
I'm
that
like,
wasn't
I
the
can't
guy's
just wait.
name?
It wasn't.
No.
His name was Carl. It was
Carl.
just
His
he
name was Carl.
yeah, Carl got me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not even close. He's even got like a white guy name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, do you remember? Well, we did a whole show about Shane. Oh, good. We've got Sarah back. Maybe
Sarah's
almost.
kind of back. She's sort of.
We did a whole show called Shane Tries. We tried to do an entire TV show about Shane.
Yeah.
We had him dumpster diving. We did all kinds of stuff. That was a
That
good
thing
time.
had like good. It had good bones. I think.
Bert
I think there
Kreischer
was
did a
some.
similar show, and then another guy did another show that was like it too.
Yeah, but those people's lives aren't like yours. Like those people have like their lives are more about adventure and also and like part yours is like kind of a weird I don't know how to describe it. It's like a calamity of errors. It's different.
Hey,
than-
I haven't given up on that project. That's there. I mean, that night we filmed the
I'm open to
dumpster
it.
diving, and I just constantly vomited. And I was just telling someone about that was thinking about dumpster diving. I'm like, it's not as cool as it looks. It's horrible. I was just vomiting, and then we
It
got
depends.
pulled
I mean,
over
we
by the
took you to a-
cops.
we-
Remember?
We took you to a pretty bad dumpster too. It wasn't like one of those nice ones where they put the good food on the side and stuff. This was like you were in like a fetid,
It was
rotting
the Mount Doug
dumpster in the middle
Market.
of summer.
there was some
Yeah.
good
To
stuff
that.
in there.
They have
No,
the
the raspberries were
bakery
not bad,
there.
and that cake we found.
No,
was
it
pretty
wasn't.
The cake and the raspberries.
Well, not in the
Yeah.
dumpster. They
good. It was pretty good. As far as dumpster cake goes, it seemed all right. But yeah, it was a good show. I mean, I think it's like it was. I feel like it's an interesting thing to revisit
Yeah.
because there's a lot more social proof in this group of people now than there was when we were initially trying to pitch it. You know, it was like coming in from like zero. And then being like, here's a guy that nobody knows that we want to film, and you don't know any of us, and we've done nothing of any particular note so far. Please take a gamble on this as a TV show. We're not going to self-fund it or even try to make it without actual money behind it. Like it's like all the puzzle pieces were wrong. Like if we could have just. I kick myself now because back in that time period, it was still possible without too much difficulty to just make something happen on YouTube. Now it's so saturated, like it would be such a grind to do it. But if we had actually just buckled down and made the fucking thing, we could have totally made. I mean, since then I've launched like multiple YouTube channels for people that have like millions of subscribers and like know how to do it now. And if I had known what I know now, back then, we totally would have just made Shane Tries and had a show, which is kind of frustrating to think
especially
about.
since I have nothing, nothing of note.
Yeah, it's got to be the most frustrating for you, Shane. Yeah, of all
I'm
of us.
happy.
Yeah, I truly don't care at all. So there's that.
Yeah, I would have liked it. I mean, I think I could have done. I think it would have been one of the most fun projects I would have been working on.
It's not too late, but we have to focus.
But it would have been. But I still got to do cool stuff, and Shane's in a ska band now.
No,
so it's like it's
you
like,
got to focus on my comedy special that I'm gonna fund.
He doesn't even
You keep
look.
talking about this
We
fucking
had a
comedy
meeting about
special.
it.
I keep giving you great ideas. Yeah, and then I'm like, let's meet again, and you're like, yeah, next, we'll do it
Because
next
you never
week. And you
answer
just
my
like go
text.
radio silent
Anyway,
on me.
let's not get into
Okay.
this.
You just call me. As we can fight about this on air. Who cares? That's what I'm mad about this week. Shane's a piece of
No.
shit.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what we're
It's
mad
like
about
the
everything.
money I have to gather is fucking. It's gonna take me a minute.
Okay, also, Shane doesn't so much look like he's in a ska band so much as like a new metal band. Like he looks like he's in like
Yeah.
Korn or something. It's more
Or
like,
he's like a regular at a cipher, like at a
Yeah.
that meets behind
Yeah,
a
I'm
high
the roadie
school.
of a cipher.
But he-
I get out the rails
he's
sit on.
he's a
That.
the roadie for a cipher is crazy. That's
Well, let's
Yeah.
get into my
Yeah.
problem quick, and then we'll go. Unless you want, I'll go. Okay, because it's on the same lines.
Wait, hold on a minute. We lost Sarah. Sarah,
Oh,
do you
sorry.
feel like you've been heard with your problem here today? Because
Yeah,
Good. I've really made a change in the way you
No,
guys
I
operate
get to
here.
participate.
Now you're like
Like-
asking Sarah
I
things
want
and stuff.
soup,
That's cool.
I want sweaters and I want warm shoes.
well, she's usually
Yeah. It just
Yeah.
takes one action, people out there, listeners. All you have to do is just lead by example, and you can change. Even if it's a small podcast, you can change the tone and the culture of the podcast, and all of a
Shiraz,
sudden,
I
people like
appreciate you.
Sarah are being included in the conversation.
I'm not
and
usually. She's usually the loudest of all of us. I will say, and also, you know what else I want? I want to use the heated steering wheel in my
brag. Oh, I have heated steering wheel.
That's cool.
There's a
That's
point.
cool.
It's just a brag.
Obviously,
actually.
a BMW. Look at it.
What kind of car do you have, Daniel?
I drive a. Yeah.
You do? A
Yeah.
little Beamer?
There's
What kind of BMW?
just a 3 Series. It's nothing crazy. It's so
Old 3 Series or a new one?
2016, the Trump year, Trump one.
Okay.
I think there's a point in the weather where it's cold enough outside where you have like your sunroof open and then you blast the heat in your car.
To have my top down and my
that.
heated seats on.
That's a good.
Top
top
down,
like you sure?
Yeah.
Cruising
Yeah,
around
top
Langford,
off, heated
topless,
seats on.
tits
Yeah,
out.
direct
There's no leather in my
skin to
in my
leather
car.
contact.
Just tits out in the Colwood.
Did you
car.
guys-
Yes, oh my god, all the
Did
time.
you ever listen to
I was
Tom
obsessed
Likas?
with He was pretty funny.
You seem like a Tom Likas person
Yep.
to me, Sarah. I
Well-
feel like take me out with a bong rip. Take me
Flash
out with a
Fridays.
bong rip, Tom.
Yeah,
Sarah,
What
I
was it,
did not.
Flash
If I lived in
Fridays? Did you
Seattle,
ever
I probably
participate in
would've.
Flash Fridays, Sarah?
Did
Yeah.
you?
That would have been interesting to do it just in Victoria.
Nobody knows.
And
Just flashing your
and
tits
be one of
everywhere in
the only
Victoria on Flash
nobody
Friday,
knows
no.
that it's Flash
No, I didn't.
Fridays.
Yeah, it's called
Well,
Arrested to.
I do agree. I want it to be winter because I'm not good with just t-shirts.
No. I don't want,
want
winter.
fall.
Winter, fuck. I want fall. Winter can kick.
But hear me out. My
What?
car, my heated seats are on all year round because the button's broken.
Sweatiest swamp ass ever.
That's horrible.
So I have to put
That's
pillows
the most-
down on my seat.
For only $1 a day, you can help Shane disable the heating in his seats.
Well,
Yo,
Imagine, take a look at this guy. You can imagine how sweaty he is without the
I
heated
hit it with a
seats.
hammer and it worked for like a couple weeks with it being off, and then it came back.
what did
full-
you hit with the hammer?
What?
What part of the car did you
The
hit with a
button
hammer to
that's
make it go off?
broken
Wouldn't
for
that
the
make it
heated
more
seat.
That's cool.
No, it turned
Yeah.
off.
Otherwise,
and it
But
came back
ideally, it
on.
would permanently break it. Yeah. No, I get the logic. I mean, it doesn't make.
University.
There's
I
also
got an
YouTube videos I'm sure you
gift
could pull up just
in
to
the
like
mail today.
figure out how
I
to
already
fix
saw
it.
them.
But
Our auntie emailed me a package of pumpkin spice fudge, and it's so fucking good from Ontario.
Oh,
What?
emailed it to you?
Oh, did I? She didn't email it.
Yeah, you said
You said emailed it to
She
you. I was
snail,
like, that's
she
some.
snail mailed me.
That
She
is
snail
some
mailed me
disruptive
pumpkin
tech.
spice
That is
fudge,
crazy.
Thinking of me and my love her.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's
Just
your email?
fucking open the-
basicbitch@gmail.com.
So
You just
good.
open
Hey,
the
Shane.
CD tray and there's some fudge in it. I don't even.
Hey.
Computers don't even have those anymore, do they?
Hey Shane, what the hell's your problem?
Okay, so going back to Rifflandia, and yeah, I went to Grand Prairie, so I'm a little rough around the edges right now. Also, Dan, you know that, like, my first problem is, and you're one that flies all the time, I had a lady beside me, she did the
No,
classic, took her
no.
shoes and socks off, and I'm like, oh my
No.
god.
So dope. I
What,
love that.
classic?
And she
No.
was
I
coughing
love that.
and eating, like, a ton of, like, gross snacks. I haven't gone on a
Coughing
plane in a
fucks me
while,
up
but
now.
What the fuck is going on there?
No, that's
Coughing
what,
on the plane gets me real weirded out ever since COVID, and I wish I didn't have that. But it's like I'll literally flinch.
I
when
put a
someone's
mask
coughing
on.
behind me.
I
I
was
start flinching.
like, I put a mask on. It was
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
I don't
on
know
her?
that I don't know that I've ever been on a plane in my life and someone wasn't hacking up.
So
a lung.
gross.
It's
I know
all-
it's crazy.
Yeah, taking your
not okay.
dogs out on the
No.
plane is
So cool.
No.
Very dope.
very, very bad.
I don't
It's
take the socks off, but I 100% lose
No.
those shoes as
Fine.
soon as
No.
I'm seated.
totally fine. I have no problem. I take my
Yeah.
shoes off sometimes on the plane. No worries. But you do not, and they can. And you got to be aware though. You got to know if your feet stink. You have
Yeah,
to
you have
check
to have a-
that.
I take my underwear
Good
off
scent
too.
check.
Yeah.
I try not to reveal myself to anyone in the process. I try to kind of like, Zoolander it, but it's tough.
Yeah.
Those seats are small. It used to be easier to get the underwear off while seated in the plane, but it's gotten way harder.
But my real problem,
start running.
this is my real problem. So Rifflandia, every year, thanks Dan for giving me the spots. What really drives me insane is I not getting recognized, but it's people that go to the festival.
Yeah, it drives you insane that no one.
No, I don't want to be recognized because I'm in the same. Even if I'm not as famous as you
mission
guys,
accomplished.
I don't want to talk to people because I feel like Rifflandia is a reunion for me.
You're gonna be good, man.
It's a reunion
You
for
just
me.
keep doing what you're doing. You'll never have to worry about it.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. This isn't a roast.
No,
show.
it's
I'm being
okay.
mean.
This
I'm
is part of
sorry,
the
Shane. I
podcast.
love you,
You're
man. I'm
great.
sorry. No, it's not fun.
recognizing
It's not.
Shane, they're like,
That's
"Sir,
rude.
I really appreciate that. But
this is going to be a tough listen this episode because we are all talking.
it's because we haven't talked in a while. That's why, probably.
It's true. Shane, is someone recognizing Shane at the festival is going to be like, "Sir, you really upset
Shane,
my
tell us
children."
what you hate. Tell us about
No.
Rifflandia.
This is what
sorry.
I'm trying to say is that Rifflandia for me is a reunion for me of all the people that I don't want to hang out with at all. Oh my god.
Shane, I was mostly hanging out with
No,
you.
you're not.
Yeah, I'm taking this is fucking like you were like I'm the like I was. You
No.
were the only. I was hanging out with you like the
No,
whole
no,
weekend.
let me get into my problem.
And we didn't
It's-
plan it. It was a reunion.
Some
Okay,
people
go ahead.
that I don't see for the whole year, I see them at the festival, and they're mostly people that come alone to the festival. And then I'm high on mushrooms and drugs, and I say hi to them, I'm pleasant, but they latch onto me. All of a sudden, I have this crew of losers following with me around. And one of them's my ex-girlfriend that's now a lesbian. One of them's this autistic guy. One of them is this guy that, he says racist stuff. And then I'm like,
Okay, that's not. You can just say my name.
no, it's not you. No.
They're all you.
Yeah, it's all very.
And so I
very
have
on
to.
me. It's all
My
on
whole
me.
festival experience is me trying to get away from these people because I don't want to bring them near the comedy tent. So I have to pretend to go to the bathroom and go out a different exit, and then go back to the comedy tent, and then come back out.
You guys walking through the festival, you're like the Avengers, like, but like the worst. What was that? What was that movie of those?
He's like with the truly expendables.
What was that movie with the bad superheroes with William H. Macy?
With Ben Stiller
Fargo
was in it.
Yeah, no, not
Oh,
Fargo.
Mystery Men.
Mystery Men. Yeah, you guys are the Mystery Men.
Mystery Men's
I
bang.
can't fucking get away from
I gotta
these
watch
people.
that one again. That movie ruled.
That's a good
Janine
movie.
Garofalo, unreal.
Dude,
That's my beef of the week. I haven't seen Janine Garofalo in anything for probably 20 years.
I nicknamed my giraffe tattoo Janine Girafalo.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
It's
her name.
witty. It's fun.
Yeah,
It's a good
Shane,
tweet.
How do you
Shane,
politely tell the people that you don't want to hang out with them in a public setting?
Yeah, because you can't say I have to get ready to perform because then they'll come watch you perform. So you can't do that.
We don't want that.
I typically just close my eyes and start dancing.
Oh
And
yeah.
People will just like generally they'll lose pace with me eventually and just be like, okay, this guy doesn't want to talk. So I'll just go and find a show that I want to close my eyes to. And I'll often do a smile, nod, and not really say a lot. And then people lose interest.
That's good. Those are good moves. Yeah, Shane has a reoccurring problem on this podcast where we uncover that he's a really bad people pleaser. So I mean, when I'm at Rifflandia,
Like he's really bad at pleasing people.
yeah, but I want like yes though like he wants to, but he's so bad.
And
Yeah, you could. You're stuck in the middle. You're neither pleasing them nor pleasing yourself. You're sort of halfway, just doing everyone a
the other
disservice.
thing-
Yeah, you're not an actor.
sorry, Dan.
And then you're going on a public forum, essentializing them, calling them, what was it, a lesbian, an autist, and a racist.
Autist? Are we saying autist?
I don't know. I say autist. I don't know.
I like that.
Yeah.
Somebody's
yeah,
got a little
spectrum.
too much
It's not
Tylenol.
anyone that no one knows who they are. No one, it's fine. But
They do.
the other thing that I had that happened was, I would say there was maybe a joke I did that was not appropriate for the show.
The dumb bitch
Yeah.
joke?
But the comedians laughed, and it makes me laugh, so I did it anyway. But then I had to dig myself out of that hole, and then I was walking, and I was feeling like shit. And these two bros, they come up, they're like, "Oh my god, you're our favorite." They're like hugging me, and I was hugging them. I'm like, "Wow, that's really making me feel good." And then they're like, "Yeah, man, it's too bad. We saw you struggling up there, so we just wanted to say." And I'm like, "I wish you would stop at saying you were her favorite. I wish you stopped that right there, because then I would have felt like amazing about myself. Instead, it was
That's so good. We saw how hard it was for you up there, buddy.
And they weren't wearing shirts,
get 'em
and I
next
touched
time,
their
Tiger.
skin, and that's what I don't know.
That sounds nice.
For you. We were rooting for you. Hey Shiraz, what the hell's your problem?
Oh God. I didn't even. Okay, well, I actually do have a problem.
Wait, is it because I don't answer your phone calls? Was that your problem?
No, it is a problem, but it's not my problem.
Sounds like a blessing.
It's all right, yeah. The problem I have is that I'm still trying to figure out if anyone can give me a good argument against bestiality. I'm asking really honestly, just please help me. Like, do you guys have a good argument against bestiality? Because I could use one.
Animals aren't willing.
So you eat meat though?
Yeah, but I feel like that's worse.
You think? Yeah. So killing them.
Yeah, we all
sexually
die.
assaulted.
Everybody dies. Not everybody gets forced sexually assaulted.
I mean. I guess I'll walk with you on that and say, sure, it seems a little strange to like eat meat and then be worrying about animal consent, but we'll leave that aside. Do you really think you can't determine consent from an animal at all?
Yes.
Thank you.
What if I mean, I don't want to get too graphic here, so stop me if I am.
Scientists had that relationship with dolphins in an experiment.
The dolphin.
But
that doesn't make it okay.
No.
But okay, what about if a dog is mounting you?
No,
but I'm just saying how that's consent. Like the dog's taking the initiative, right?
I mean, my dog loves tits, but they don't see her mounting me, and I'm not saying yes.
No, but that's completely ancillary, Shane. I'm asking a serious question here of you guys.
I wish with my whole heart that you were not making good points, to be honest.
I'm telling you, right? It's kind of hard, isn't it? It's hard to actually make a good argument against bestiality. I mean, again, I don't want. There's so many ways if I could talk about animals consenting to sex, but they involve, because there's no language, the cues are very physical and require some pretty graphic descriptions that I don't necessarily think is appropriate for our listenership of, as Dan called them, Langford mothers. So I think we should. But I would love you to just, everyone, listeners included, just listen to and just try and picture various ways in which you might be able to determine that an animal is consenting to sexual activity. I think you can come up with a lot.
Here's a question.
One thing I will say quickly.
Sarah, go ahead.
Sorry, I'll just say quickly. I got a cat translator app recently for $6 on the iPhone store, and she said no. So that's
okay. Sure, your cat. I mean, listen, you're not. Yeah, I can see why. You look more like a guy that a dog might want to.
I have a question.
That's racist.
If you had to, gun to your head, actually Paul Meyerhog has a joke about this, but if you had a gun to your head, which animal?
I choose death.
Jaguar. What, death? Really? Come on, Jaguar. I mean, if it was like, if we had a good rapport.
What?
Well, like a leopard or a jaguar, like a sleek big cat of some kind, you know?
I think so. I think that's correct.
Quick Google search
right. It's like, I mean, it's so they've got prowess. I mean, listen, I just need to do a caveat here. I personally am not attracted to animals. I don't have any. This is not like a personal thing. I just am really trying to figure out how we can make any arguments against bestiality beyond like, oh, like, 'cause animals don't speak English.
I think it
It's
would
like-
hurt. I think it would hurt them.
I
It would
think a
hurt.
dog could easily have sex with you, Dan, without
I-
hurting
But if
itself.
gun to
I
your
don't think
head,
it would, man.
who would
we
you
see.
choose, Dan?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
Yeah,
Well,
It's-
let's
it's-
say giving. I don't. Doesn't matter. Right? Let's say giving. Okay,
Does it-
let's say giving then. Sure.
I'm
Okay,
so
give it-
grossed
okay,
out right now.
if
I
they're
don't even want to
giving-
have this conversation.
this is crazy, but like, what about a snake giving it to you with its whole body?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
I was gonna say I would
don't
take
know.
the one with the smallest dicks in the animal community.
At first, but
oh,
then
sorry. Well, you're talking about when, like, you're talking about in Dan's question of like which animal you
Yeah,
would
which
hook up
animal-
with.
Okay. Let me repose the question. Okay,
Yeah.
gun to your head, giving
know-
and also receiving.
I'm taking death.
Mm.
One of Sarah's.
Yeah.
Sarah's
Really,
taking
death?
one.
Really, Sarah? Do you have kids? You have kids? You're gonna
Correct.
leave your kids
correct.
motherless because you can't like hook up with one
Yeah,
animal?
you
Can't
coward.
hook up with a Labrador.
Really? You know what? You know your kids would be like, why couldn't she have just chosen one, even a clam? Like you could just like, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
whatever, like finger a clam or something. I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah,
Like
but-
I don't exactly.
That's okay.
I have
okay,
fingered a clam, but not
okay.
sexually.
Yeah.
Can't
Anyway,
pick-
Sarah's uncomfortable. We should stop.
I
We should
allowed-
stop. This is.
also, though,
Would I be allowed
There's
to
a-
Go ahead,
Google.
Shane. Yeah.
there's an argument.
Google
for-
what?
Which animal has the tightest
Shane,
pussy?
for fuck's sake.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
There's
No.
there is an argument. Can I say something? There is an argument. There's an argument for a muscular, smooth, sleek horse with a nice mane.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Also,
Yes.
like if we're talking like sexy animals, a horse probably. I really like
Horses
the
are
Jaguar.
delightful. Yeah,
I like the
Jaguar's nice,
Jaguar
right?
pick is really a good pick. I like how quickly you answered it too.
Wow, you know, it's like I've been making this argument for a long time. Anytime I have like clients in that I'm like we're driving from set at the end of the day and it's like a 40-minute drive, I'll just like just have like the artist in the car and just be like, "Hey guys, anyone have a good argument against bestiality?" Gets us home. You know, it's like basically like teleporting home. You get deep into it for like 30-minute conversation guaranteed.
This is the most.
I like how
Sorry, this is the most machosen you've ever been, Shiraz. And you're from Machosen.
Chosen is an area outside of Victoria that is like a farmland.
Yeah, for all our international listeners, you know, the robust million Germans that tune in every week to this show.
Finally, they're getting some content that they can relate to.
Yeah. Oh, that is very interesting.
Weird,
So-
freaky sex shit.
Ah.
So, yeah, I'm going snake to give and a horse to.
You're gonna
horse-
receive from a horse?
No, I'm gonna give to a horse.
Okay, yeah. I was
Snake.
gonna say I don't
Horse
think that's gonna work out so good. I mean, unless you've been practicing, you gotta practice a lot for that.
Yeah,
That's
I also-
athleticism of the
I
highest
feel
degree.
like it has to be a big
it
animal, otherwise it would hurt the animal.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
I think
with
you're
what
wanting-
I
You're gonna
have.
want to.
Sarah, what are you trying to say?
I was gonna say. Oh,
Sarah's logged off. She rage quit again. Man, it's something about autumn and it's something about bestiality and Trump, I guess. Those are those three hot buttons that. Oh, she's back.
Oh, you can't really hear.
oh,
her
she's
now.
saying she wants to fuck a horse.
Mm-hmm.
She said.
Yeah, I read her lips actually.
That's what she
She
said.
said she changed her mind and that she was being silly earlier and that she is down for basically any animal.
Shiraz, do you also have a petty thing that you want to talk about? That's a problem.
Petty, yeah. I guess that was pretty highbrow.
That's pretty well, highbrow is really the right word. I would say pretty more. I'd say it's more existential because you're
It
trying
is
to.
existential.
you're
It
trying
could
to-
be very existential depending on which side of the horse you're on. Okay, a petty thing. This is so interesting. It's very difficult to figure out what pettiness. Oh, please. Can you give me like can you give me a container within which to sift from? You guys are good at thinking of these things. Is there like can you give me like a world to kind of
Is there
examine?
something in the grocery store that bothers you?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, I do think that in the grocery store, I I I really wish that they put a little more effort in most grocery stores into getting fun people at the tills. Because I go to Country Grocers sometimes, but it's too expensive. It's in Esquimalt, and the people there are so rad, and it's like it makes the experience so nice. They'll be like, "Oh, sweetheart, you know this. How's your day going?" And there's one guy who's like a juggler, and he always does these like face. He doesn't juggle your groceries, but he like I know that he's a juggler outside of the grocery store. He'll do little fun faces. It would be so cool, right? I mean, yeah, juggle them all. Shane doesn't. Shane hates this. He doesn't want to have it. He wants the robot. He wants to just
I
check out,
disagree.
self checkout.
I'm with you. I'm with you 100% on this. I used to be a cashier at Shoppers Drug Mart for many years, and I was so fun. It was like doing stand up to the line. I would talk to the whole line while I was ringing the person up. I made a community out of that line. By the end of the time,
working the crowd.
We were bringing people together in the line. Like it was fun. I loved that job. It was like little 30-second interactions with people all day, and I was fast. I totally am with you on this, 100%. I think also for baristas, there's like a coffee shop down the street from my house called the Breakfast Shop, and all the staff is so rad. They're all like super fun and having a good time. I guess that comes with just paying them well and being good at hiring.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the pay, I think certainly, I think it's a tough job. I mean, it's a tall order to ask someone to keep like that kind of energy up all day. But it would be, I do think it's better for everyone. I think the person working has a better time, and you're working the job anyway, so you may as well. But it is hard. If you're charismatic and enjoyable to be around, you kind of pretty quickly get other jobs, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And also, I'm of two minds on it because I've talked about this lots on this podcast. I want people to be really fun and into it and giving non-robotic customer service, because that's how I always was because of that exact thing. It's like, well, if I'm going to be here anyway, I might as well have fun. But that being said, we're in late stage capitalism and people are getting underpaid and their jobs suck and it's hard to get anywhere. So I don't blame anyone for also being super fucking miserable and hating everyone who comes to. So it's like I understand both sides of it.
Yeah, maybe it's like fun wigs. Maybe just that.
I would be down
maybe
for the
just
wig.
because that can come from corporate. Like you don't even need people to like have personalities. You just send out a box of wigs to all the stores.
I don't want.
You know?
Yeah, that's good.
I want wigs. I don't want bits.
Imagine that.
I don't want bits at the till. No bits, please.
You don't?
No.
I don't know if I want bits. I like terms of endearment.
There's
I like bits.
my local coffee shop. The one guy calls me honey, and I'm okay with that. That's fun. But
that's great.
the other grocery store I go to, this girl asked me about my fucking life, and she knows more about my life than I'd care to, admit.
You don't have to tell her. There's a comedian named Alistair Ogden, who has this joke about being in line at the grocery store, and I use the joke in real life all the time, and it's 100% success rate. Yesterday I was buying dish soap and a case of Diet Coke. And that's it. And I looked at the lady as she was ringing it up, and I was like, "Gonna be a weird dinner." And then she fucking loved it. And in his joke, he's like, "It didn't work," and then he said it again, and then it didn't work again. But like, there's no way that doesn't work every single time when you're buying like a couple weird things. I highly recommend saying, "Gonna be a weird dinner." Thank you.
That's good, and you don't even need to just do that at the grocery store. Yeah, getting condoms and like shampoo at Shoppers, gonna be a weird dinner. Like you could do that. Go to get your oil changed.
I say that when I have the self-serve thing. I say it's gonna be a weird dinner. I would like a weird dinner.
Well, someone's watching that little video that they take of your face. There's got to be someone reviewing it. Some AI AGI chatbot got a chuckle probably somewhere.
And I used to say all kinds of funny shit at the till. One time I talked about this on stage too, but a teenage couple was buying condoms from me at Shoppers one time, and I said, "Do you want a bag for these, or are you just going to wear them out?" And then
that's funny.
Nice. Big laugh.
That's good.
Another time, a guy was at the pharmacy counter, and he was wearing a Chicago Cubs hat, and I was like, "It's going to be about 30 minutes for this," and he goes, "That's okay. I got all the patience in the world." And I was like, "Yeah, I can tell by your hat," because they hadn't won in like 100 years, and he loved that. That was really good.
More niche, but he must have loved. Yeah, he was.
He did. Yeah. More niche, but like the Cubs
didn't even it didn't get a chuckle out of me, but but from a like a purely philosophical perspective, I'm so on board with it.
You respected, like the idea of that. So that was like when I worked in customer service, I made jokes all the time. I said all sorts of shit. I called the optimum card an opium card. Man, I was doing full on bibs.
You should do what I do.
You were also smoking crack.
Yes.
Had a lot of energy.
When I go through the till, I'm like, yeah, gonna fuck a horse tonight. That's just so you know.
That's good too. Yeah.
This is a bit of local fare, but I have a theory that every person who works at BC Ferries looks exactly like someone who works at BC Ferries, and I don't know how to describe it, but like and it's the same thing at Thrifty Foods. Every person who works at Thrifties looks like they work at Thrifties. I don't know how to describe that any better. It just is. They just look like if you took them out of context.
They are all wearing uniforms.
Yeah. But it's their facial
which
features.
Might be affecting things.
If you take them out of context and picture them, you would look at them and be like, "You work at Thrifties." I swear to God,
Thrifties.
Yeah, you look like someone who would work at Thrifties. I don't know.
It's not a bad thing. It's not an indictment.
It's not a bad.
I just think it's a weird. Like thousands of people work at Thrifties.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just the way it is. No.
Okay.
That's
Shane.
You know what, Shane? There's a line. There's a line.
Shane, that's really
Shane,
that's incredibly insensitive.
Answer my call.
I hope to see you. I hope to see your nasally YouTube apology tomorrow.
Yeah,
I am taking a break from public life. I'm going to be with my family, and which is a dog. I'm going to feed him lots of birthday cake. I'm a good person, I swear. Please.
Shane just making it. Dude,
look at that kitty. Ooh, that is a beautiful cat. Can you turn it around for us?
Is your cat seeing anything?
Let me look at the cat translator. She says yes.
Okay. All right.
Pull it up.
We're putting a bow on this.
All right.
Everybody, this was very fun. Shiraz Higgins, thank you so much for joining us. Do you have anything you want to plug?
Other than a Jaguar? No, I'm good. I'm loving life, guys. It's nice to chat with you. I just wanted to talk with my friends. I can't get you guys to pick up your fucking phone, so this was nice.
Oh my God.
And now I know Sarah.
Yeah.
You know, it's lovely.
I was in the middle of Rifflandia when you called me. Get out of here.
I know.
All right. Well, if you're listening to this and you're in Victoria, I have a show at Whistleboy tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night I'm going to come.
No, it's on Thursday.
Thursday.
This comes out on Wednesday.
Who's headlining?
So for you, it's today. Adam Christie.
Nice. Okay, I'll be there.
He's the best comedian in the world. Literally my favorite comedian.
I'm not coming.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
What time?
8 o'clock.
8 p.m. at Whistleboy. Come on down,
Shiraz,
Adam Christie and
Christie.
Dan Duval.
Yeah, just come on down. You guys don't even have to
You
pay.
want to go,
I'll go
Shaney
with
boy?
you. We could have a little bite before.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let me see what bedtime's like. But I think I could do that.
Maybe kiss a pigeon. Adam Christie is literally my favorite comedian. I'm not exaggerating. He's unbelievably good. So,
I'd like to go to I don't really go to a lot of comedy these days. That might be nice. That sounds good. I mean, and hey, listen, my favorite comedian's going to be there.
Shane Priestley.
Dan Duval. And Shane Priestley. Well, Shane will be watching. He's not going to be performing, right?
No, not on this one. We got out-of-towners on this one. We got Kyle Patton and Alex.
Kyle Patton's amazing, too.
Sarah, do you have anything to plug?
One if you can minor hockey, new parents meeting Thursday night at 7.
Shiraz shows up.
Come and let me tell you all about it.
That sounds good. Okay.
See dogs here.
Who's headlining?
Me.
Okay. Now I'm really warming up to this. Shane, you want to hit that too?
I don't think I'm allowed to go.
Okay, we'll be back. We'll be back next week. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry we weren't here for 2 weeks, and sorry that we were so insane today. And we love you. And
I've been a good guest, haven't I? It's pretty good having me. Yeah.
It's been really good. Thanks to our producer, Bo. Thanks to Grossbuster for our theme music. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.